Making friends as an adult can feel impossible. And I've gone through this where you leave school, your friends go their separate ways, you lose touch with them, you start entering the workplace, you lose touch with your hobbies, and now you're just like eating, going to work, sleeping on repeat, and your social life takes a wrong turn. So just like everybody, I started looking through books. I was like, how do I actually make friends with new people now, right? So I would read How to Influence People and Make Friends. I would read Leah Landis, all these self-help books, Vanessa Van Edwards about charisma, body language, personality, human psychology, literally everything that I could put my hands on in order to understand how to make new friends and develop my social skills. And years after trying all that out, I realized that none of it mattered. Because at the end of the day, you don't need more social skills and you don't need better ways of connecting with people. You need to learn how to become comfortable being yourself around other people. And that is the number one thing that will make you new friends as an adult, and it will make it completely effortless because now you don't feel like you need to perform, become somebody else, or put on a social mask. And actually, I learned that it was becoming counterproductive because what happens when you take on that self-help advice, instead of helping you becoming more comfortable with others, it transforms social interactions into opportunities for performance. People become outcomes and trophies you have to achieve. You feel the need to constantly prove yourself to others. And that's why social interactions become loaded with pressure. But funnily enough, when you stop doing all of that and you stop trying and you let go of the need to even prove yourself to anyone, now your natural ability to connect with people, to be curious about them, will lead you to connect with others, ask them questions, and maybe verbally you don't sound more sophisticated or suave, you don't sound more smooth. You might actually have more awkward conversations, but they will feel more real. And because they feel more real, you will connect better with people and you will make a better impact on them. The other benefit of being yourself, really becoming comfortable around other people, just talking normally with them, is you allow them to be themselves around you. And that is the greatest gift that you can give someone. And that's how you actually connect with others, is you feel like you can be yourself around them. They feel comfortable being themselves around you. Now you both share from an authentic place and you can truly connect with each other. Because when you perform, your social mask triggers the other person's social mask. And now you're just two social masks interacting with each other, right? But of course, that's easier said than done. And I think that if you're coming across this video, it's maybe because you've been looking for answers but haven't been able to find any. So what is the actual answer? How do you become comfortable around other people to the point where you never need another advice on developing your social skills ever again, and you can freely express yourself around other people? The first thing you have to understand is, where does your social anxiety come from? Things might have happened in your childhood between the age of 0 and 7 that shaped who you are, shaped how you perceive yourself and how you perceive social interactions, to the point where your brain thought, okay, social interactions and people can be dangerous, so anytime I come across new people, I need to click on the alarm so that he or she knows that it could be dangerous to get in that situation. So now, anytime the alarm goes off, maybe there's a bit of fear or anxiety, you misinterpret that alarm as yourself. You start thinking, oh, I feel like I'm going to be awkward. I feel like I'm a person who can't connect with other people. I feel like I'm shy. You're not shy, you're not awkward. You're just still stuck in past experiences that you haven't been able to release. They're just playing in loop in your nervous system. So the key to being able to be totally comfortable around other people is to break those loops and replace them with new ones that are encouraging and will create comfort with other people. How do you actually do that? It's actually very simple. All you need to do is to become present with the resistance when it arises. So let's say tomorrow that you see somebody in the coffee shop, right? And they have an interesting style and you want to tell them. But the moment you think about approaching them or talking to them, fear comes up, anxiety, embarrassment, the projection of possibly getting rejected, right? And you have to catch yourself at that moment and tell yourself, okay, so this is the same pattern that repeats itself again over and over. I see it now and I can stay with it. And instead of staying in your head, because you'll notice your attention goes up here, bring yourself down here into your body and start to feel. What am I feeling right now? That is the number one question you want to ask yourself when you get in that state. What am I feeling right now? And you'll notice maybe there's fear, maybe there's anxiety, maybe there is embarrassment. Again, whatever it is, take a moment to actually feel it. And when you do, stay with it. And what that does is now that you're present and you're feeling that feeling at the same time, your brain starts to realize, oh wait, I'm not killed, I'm not in danger, nothing is happening. So it is actually maybe safe to be around other people. And the more you repeat that process, the safer you will feel inside of your body. The fear, the anxiety, whatever it is, again, will start to dissipate and evaporate completely. You can eliminate it. And once you do, you're free to talk to anyone you want with absolutely no judgment on yourself. So the key is not to do more in social interactions, is to allow yourself to be who you are right now, to embrace it, to become comfortable with it, and to surpass that challenge so that your body learns this is safe. And when it does, the safer you become, the more courage you develop to be who you are truly around other people. And maybe the next day you come back to the coffee shop and you see somebody, you feel this fear, and you can just go, hey, sorry, just wanted to say I like your style. And they'll go, thank you. And you'll go, have a nice day. And it'll stop there. But at least you started talking to people. And that's all you need to do in order to start forming connections. You actually need to be out there meeting other people. So if you can do that, you're already halfway there. And the next step for you is going to learn how to actually have conversations with other people while remaining comfortable in the conversation. And the process is no different. It's literally the same process that you repeat over and over again. But each time you become more and more comfortable staying longer in social interactions until finally you're able to have a full-on conversation while remaining completely safe and comfortable in your body. Or at least remaining safe and comfortable with the emotions that you're feeling, because you're not going to be perfect and you never will. Maybe you will have fear still. Maybe you'll have anxiety. That's okay and that's totally normal. You're a human being and you fear rejection. That is all right. But your relationship to what you feel will change, where you're not afraid of fear anymore or you're not afraid of anxiety anymore. You can embrace it as a normal experience of social interactions. That's it for today. I hope this really helped you. Like the video if you got some value out of it. Click the notification bell, subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content. I'll be posting new videos weekly. And if you got a really specific situation you want to go over, or you want to speed up this process for you and start making new friends in the next couple months, then book your first 30-minute call with me by clicking the link in the description down below. It's completely free. And what we'll do is we'll analyze your exact situation, analyze your sticking points, and create an action plan together so that you can start creating the social life and the relationships that you want. It was Netter from Already Enough Coaching. I love you all. Have a blessed day and see you on to the next video.